I met Jay on social media on a quiet evening when my house felt too silent. My children were asleep, and I was scrolling without thinking, just trying to escape my loneliness. Then I saw his profile. He looked handsome, with dark tattoos on his arms and a soft, friendly smile. There was something calm about his eyes, something that made me stop and look again. He sent me a simple message. "Hi, how was your day?" That was all, nothing special. But I replied. From that day, we talked every night, sometimes for hours. We spoke about small things, music, food, childhood memories, but also about deep pain. He told me about his struggles. I told him about my fears. It felt easy, natural. I felt close to him very quickly, like I had known him for years instead of weeks. Jay knew how to listen. When I spoke, he did not rush me. He told me I was strong. He said I deserved love and happiness. No one had said those words to me in a long time. Slowly, I began to believe him. After some weeks, we decided to meet in person. I remember the day clearly. My hands were shaking as I waited. When he walked toward me, my heart jumped. His green eyes were brighter than in the photos, and his smile made me feel safe. When he hugged me, I felt warmth, comfort, and hope all at once. It felt like the beginning of something beautiful. He met my mother soon after, and she liked him. She said he was polite and respectful. My two children loved him even more. He played with them on the floor, made silly jokes, and listened to their stories like they truly mattered. When I saw my children laughing with him, my heart melted. I thought, this is it. This is the family I prayed for. Only 2 months later, we got married. Everything happened so fast. Some people warned me to slow down, but I did not listen. I believed in love. I believed in him. I thought I was the happiest woman in the world. Jay moved in with my family, and for a short time, life felt perfect. We cooked together. We planned our future. We talked about growing old together. But after some weeks, small changes appeared. Jay became quiet. His smiles felt forced. He got angry over small things. At first, I told myself it was stress. Everyone has bad days. I tried to be patient. I tried to understand. Then one day, I found out I was pregnant. When I told Jay, his face lit up. He hugged me tightly and said, "We're going to be a real family now." For the first time in weeks, I felt hope again. We talked about baby names and dreams. I imagined a new beginning for all of us. But 4 months later, I lost the baby. The pain was more than physical. It felt like something inside me broke forever. Jay changed after that day. The sadness turned into anger. He became impatient and cold. He shouted more. The house felt heavy, full of fear instead of love. My youngest child, only 2 years old, started wetting the bed. He cried at night and did not want to be alone with Jay. My eldest child, who had once stopped stuttering, began to stutter again. Hearing my child struggle to speak broke my heart. I tried to help Jay. I told him we could heal together. I believed love could fix everything. I was wrong. Slowly, things in the house started disappearing. Money, jewelry, small objects I knew I had not lost. When I asked him, he became angry. One night, I found the truth. Jay was using drugs. I felt sick. I wanted to help him. I searched for support, for answers, for hope. But instead of accepting help, He blamed me. He said I was the reason for his pain. One evening, he looked at me with cold eyes and said words that cut deep into my soul. "I only used you," he said. "I never loved you." I cried until I had no tears left. Still, part of me hoped he would change. Then Jay disappeared. For 8 long months, I heard nothing from him. No calls, no messages, nothing. I felt abandoned, broken, and ashamed. My children asked about him. "When is Jay coming back?" I had no answers. I only hugged them tighter at night. Then, one day, my phone rang. It was Jay. He said he was sorry. He said he had gone to rehab. He said he wanted to change. His voice sounded weak, almost scared. For my children's sake, I forgave him. I told myself people deserve second chances. But deep inside, fear whispered to me. I knew the pain could return. When I visited him at his mother's house, something felt wrong. The air felt heavy. Later, I found out the mother of his son had spent the night there. My heart shattered again. I felt betrayed, but I stayed quiet. I told myself healing takes time. Jay went back to rehab, and once again I tried to believe in him. But the truth slowly came out. Jay never told me everything about his past. He already had 2 children, but he was not ready to be a father to mine. Lies appeared one after another, like cracks in broken glass. I realized our marriage was built on promises that were never real. Still, I gave him another chance. I wanted to believe love was enough. We moved to a new house, hoping for a fresh start. I gave up my dreams to support him. I stopped thinking about my own future. Everything became about saving him. But his past followed us everywhere. The tension never left. My children became quiet. They were no longer carefree. I saw fear in their eyes, and that fear belonged to me, too. One night, as my children slept, I sat alone in the dark. I listened to their breathing. I realized something painful but clear. They needed me more than Jay did. They needed safety. They needed peace. They needed a mother who was strong enough to walk away. Letting go was the hardest thing I had ever done. Love does not always mean staying. Sometimes, love means protecting what matters most. I chose my children. I chose healing. I chose freedom from pain. Even now, I miss the old days. I miss the way Jay kissed me, the way he held me and said everything would be fine. I miss the passion and the closeness we once shared, but those memories belong to a dream, not reality. Today, we are only 2 strangers connected by a painful past. The love that once burned so bright is now only a shadow, a quiet reminder of what could have been, but never truly was. And in that truth, I finally found my strength. That night, I watched my children sleep. The house was quiet. No fear, no shouting, no lies, only peace. In that silence, I understood something important. Love should never cost your safety. It should never hurt your children, and it should never break your soul. I lost a man I thought I loved, but I found my strength again. And sometimes, that is the real happy ending. If this story touched your heart, or if you have lived a similar story, you are not alone. Share your thoughts in the comments. Your words may help someone who is still suffering in silence. And if you want to hear more real, emotional stories like this, subscribe to the channel and stay with us. Because every painful story deserves to be heard, and every broken heart deserves hope.